Hi, welcome to the Esoteric Empire. This is the channel where we focus on evolving, expanding our esoteric mindset and reality, as well as learning to glow or shine brighter than you already are currently. So today I'm doing a food for thoughts. Now, this particular subject was actually emailed to me by a subscriber. This subscriber is very, very supportive. This subscriber is a Aquarius sun and moon, so shout out to you. You guys know how I feel about Aquariuses. He basically wanted my perspective on psychic, what is psychic anything. I feel like this is a very broad subject. And also feel free to comment down below if you have your own question, or email me if you have, something you would like me to talk about. So in my perspective, psychic can be used very loosely. To answer very quickly or shortly, the short answer is yes, I believe being psychic is a true thing. It can be for some people. The long answer is I feel like being psychic has so many facets of how it can come towards you, or how you can receive messages, or do you only see things about the past? Do you see things about the future? So when you're talking about the word psychic, I believe there has to be some sort of correlation with your psyche, and how it influences what you seem to already know, going towards the future, or about the past, or someone else's situation. And to me, just because of the spiritual journey that I am on, I've come to realize that being psychic truly just means that you are in tune, because as we know, everything within this universe is in motion. It's a frequency, it's a vibration, nothing is still. And so when you are able to elevate and kind of tap into certain frequencies within this dimension, I do believe that you can find higher wisdom, or you can find higher power, or you can find information that may seem to be hidden from other people. Okay, so that's kind of what that means. Now, there's levels to this, because some people are born with these abilities, right? Some people just naturally have like an heightened level of understanding frequencies and information that they get as downloads, or even just their senses may be heightened in different areas than other people. And then you have other people who can learn this process, which basically means you just learn how to tune your avatar to accessing and being able to obtain certain knowledge that other people seem to have naturally when it comes to psychic abilities. The reason I brought up the subscribers' two placements of sun and moon being in Aquarius is because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and co-ruled by Saturn, but we're going to focus on the Uranus aspect. Uranus deals with your third eye, deals with the pineal gland. It deals with the third eye chakra. The third eye is, you've heard many things about this, right? But the third eye really truly is just the part of your brain that allows you to connect to higher sources or to higher dimensions. It is the part of your brain that kind of gets you to think outside of the box, or outside of the matrix, so to speak. It's the part that connects you directly to source. It is the part where you are activated in order to receive or give out frequencies. Okay, so those who naturally have placements within Aquarius, or people who have a very strong Uranus energy. Uranus is a generational planet, so depending on what generation you are a part of, this is why we have different things such as star seeds. You have the flower childs, you have the spiritual warriors. This is a generational thing. This is why you choose when you come back to Earth. And I know this is kind of off topic from psychic abilities, but truthfully it's not. It's all connected. As you can see on this card here, this person has a circle around his head, specifically touching where the pineal gland would be, but circulating across or on top of his crown chakra, the top of his head, which is where all of the frequency releases, you know what I'm saying? And that's where spirit enters, according to ancient spiritualities. And the circle also accompanies the cosmos, which is where we receive all of the information that has nothing to do with us here on earth. And so this is a very symbolic card, I feel, for psychic abilities, because at the bottom it says awareness, and that's what psychic really is. It's being aware. That's really truly in nature what it is. But because of how distracted, because of how diluted a lot of our natural abilities have become throughout time and just the times that we are in, it seems like if you know something that's going to happen is super like, oh my gosh, you have powers. But in reality, that person is just tapped in, or they're influenced by certain planets and certain cosmic energies and anointing that help them be able to communicate. So this is why you'll also see that there's certain people that are born who are just naturally prophetic, and they can just tell you what's going to happen. Like their whole mission is just to expose or to say something throughout their life, and then they die and then it happens. Or you'll have people like, for example, Tesla, like Nikola Tesla had these amazing ideas and very revolutionary, ahead of his time. When you find people who are ahead of their time, or they're speaking about things ahead of time, it's because that is their mission. That's a part of it. And so again, it goes back into basically your soul's mission. If you are to understand things before they happen, if you are to channel, such as someone like myself, channeling and things like that, receiving downloads, it's just a part of who you are. So you'll kind of know. A lot of people, especially nowadays, you kind of, you dilute it, or you don't want to feed into it. And granted, that may be the best thing to do for some people, because with all of the distractions in a lot of people's lifestyles, especially if you're not committed to growing spiritually, you can have some thoughts or messages that are not accurate or yours, because of just everything that's going on in the world today. But if you are a person who really wants to strengthen that skill that you feel that you already have, it's really just about tapping in. In order to see things on the outside, you have to go within. There's no other way around it. Because especially when it comes to psychic abilities, you receive your messages to you, like you're the one receiving it. So in order to do that, you have to become comfortable and centered and grounded within who you are, so that you know what information is yours, what information is from a higher source, what information is not a benevolent source. There's so many different frequencies that are out here, and once you really start tapping in, you have to be responsible enough to know how deep or how far to stay away from certain things. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I can say on the topic? You guys know with these videos, I really just freestyle and just go off of the information that I'm feeling to expose. With being psychic, I think people have the misconception that it's like controlled, or you can control exactly what information you receive. Maybe for some people that's the way it is, but in my experience, that is not. You can request certain information, but even when you request it, it's not guaranteed to come that same day or that same moment, unless you're just really in tune with your own ancestors, or if the information you're seeking is about yourself. Now, if you're trying to do this for other people, granted, you're either just going to pick up on random energies, aka when you do readings or things like that, you pick up on whatever energy is current at that time. You can't pick up on everyone's energy. Some people have this thing where they can touch someone and they can get their energies. Some people can just hear a person. Some people have to have the name of the person. There's so many different ways to tap into energies, but what I'm really trying to reiterate within this message is all of those frequencies that seem hard to reach are right there in front of you. It's just some people have the ability to do this naturally and then expand on it, becoming very good and great at what they do and can change the world with what they do. And then some people just realize within this lifetime that it's possible, which means that they may or may not be interested in it, but it's out there for everyone. It's literally out there for everyone. So, with that being said, thank you so much for listening to this video. If you have any other topics you would like me to talk about, make sure you leave a comment, or you can email me directly. Also, please be sure to check out this playlist called Food for Thought. I have plenty of other videos and subject matters that you may be interested in if you like this one. With that being said, thank you so much for listening. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.